Hello to everybody watching this video. My name is Anushi. I'm going by Anushi Trades on this channel. I'm a trader with around 1 year of experience, and I started to think that maybe it's better if I document my experience going on forward for two reasons. In the future, I hope to build a community. That's one of my dreams. But number two is like the really strong reason that actually influenced me is I believe in helping people, and if one of my videos helps change someone's life by even the smallest probability of that happening, that will help me push on. So anyways, let's get into today's trade. Okay, let's get this to the daily time frame real quick before we start. There we go. Today's New York session, I bottom tick, literally bottom tick. I maybe missed off like a point off like max like the best entry, and I'll go through my strategy. For starters, my main strategy wasn't in play today. Normally I trade CRT, a 3 candle CRT, but it didn't form today, so I went to my other strategy that I use, which is this. For starters, we're gonna mark out previous day high and previous day low, right? And word of advice: always label your stuff. Previous day low right here. Previous day high. I'm like, okay. Now, second, we're gonna go to my bias. During this daily time frame, if you can notice, in the last few days, bullish trend, bullish uptrend. We like that, so we're gonna have a bullish bias. Then we're gonna go to the 1 hour time frame, and then look at this. Over time, we had a gap right here that was unfilled when market opened on Sunday. Guess what happened? Market went all the way down, went back up. Ooh, filled the gap right here. Nice. Kept going up. I'm like, okay, let's see what happens. We're expecting either a reversal or for it to, retest this gap and then go up. What happens? Goes all the way back down, but then starts climbing back up. And look right here. You seeing this? Oops. Wow, that was a terrible misclick. You're seeing this right here? 1 hour devil's mark. Right here. I'm like, okay. 1 hour devil's mark. I'm already thinking about that one. I'm like, okay, so we're probably going to be bullish after reverse that. We go here. Look at this. 15-minute devil's mark. And I love devil's marks, by the way. 15 min. Oops. Devil's mark. And this is when I took my entry in between these. There's obviously not going to be two devil's mark. That's not my strategy. Not like in between two devil's mark. But these were like some of my confluences. This was my actual entry point right here. On the 15-minute time frame, I use this fair value gap, and I trade off the midpoint, right? I put my little entry like a little higher than the midpoint just in case. Look at this beauty. If I entered from here, literal bottom tick, but I missed maybe literally 1.5 points. 1.5 points. Look at this shit, though. Bro, when it's not like a single second in drawdown. Okay, first of all, most of my confluence, I'll never recommend using the 1 minute for confluences. Either I like to use the 5 and the 15 mainly, the hourly, the 4, and the daily. Sometimes the 30. Sometimes. Anyways, look at this on the 1 minute. Let's go. Look at this. Oops. One down. Then, okay, after this is when I knew this trade was going to hit. After it touched this, and it started fluctuating back up here, it went back down, and then this candle right here, this explosion right here. When this candle exploded up, I already had a good feeling this trade was about to be, actually perfect. One of my best trades, this year. Look at this beauty. Honestly, today's been a great day after this. Whenever you hit a trade, you know it's going to be a good day, especially with something like this. Now, what's it called? That's my whole trade for today. That's everything I did. But now I'm going to go into a little bit of advice for people who begin to trade, just in case you ever see this video. Now, my main strategy is CRT, so this is not my main strategy, but in my opinion, it's good to have two strategies. One, if your main doesn't form, if it's a hard one that forms, then go to your backup plan. And I usually use the backup plan more, but when my strategy actually forms, it usually wins. And second is risk management. Oh my god, how about risk management? Management is what's gonna actually change your life. If you're a gambler, bro, and you're max allocating every trade. What's it called? Full sending it 5 cons, 10 cons, 15 cons, whatever your allocation is. I'm not gonna lie, you're not making it as a trader. You're not making it. But if you're patient and don't let greed overtake you, this trade today I took on my actual accounts. One mini. I take one mini in the size of 10 micro. No. It's one mini. Usually I take 10 micros. But so I could like cut, but that's only with my CRT. I take it back. This strategy I just go one mini, but when I'm in CRT, I usually have a halfway point where I trim. So just ignore what I just said there. That's for another day if that happens. But anyways, I enter the one mini, bam, 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 all the way up. How beautiful is that? I made a little. I made 2,000 something, like 2,400 I think, off this trade. Look at this beauty. Actually gorgeous. Good risk management, good trade, good experience in the markets. And I also recommend backtesting and journaling. And trust me, you're gonna be a beast. To anybody that stayed this long, I wish you a great rest of your day, and may God bless you.